What up, GG Nation, GG Legion? Your fella again, Straussman the GG. And this episode is just going to be about. Let's talk about the Nintendo Direct of Xenoblade Chronicles 2. My thoughts and reaction to it. And I watched a lot of gameplay of it today. There was 50 minutes on Game Explain. Go check that out. IGN had 20 minutes of it. And then GameSpot had 30 minutes of gameplay footage of the game. All new today. English version of the game. Game comes out December 1st, or the first week of December. I think it is December 1st. I have the special edition pre-ordered, so you guys know I'm pretty excited. So let's go with the pros and cons, and let's see my gut reaction and what I see so far. As you can see right here, I am a big fan of Xenoblade. This is Xenoblade Chronicles X Collector's Edition for Wii U. Got it day one when it first came out, way back when, like 2 years ago now. So this game, honestly, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is coming out pretty quick. They probably only spent a good couple of years making this game. It's actually kind of shocking to see it come out. My biggest concern was going to be the frame rate, but everything I've seen so far has been fantastic. All the gameplay vids I've watched, especially in that Game Explained video, frame rate was smooth as butter. No issues. Early on, like in July, when they had some early gameplay footage of Xenoblade Chronicles 2, you could tell that there was some frame rate issues, but now it seems like they quelled that, they finished that. Hopefully it stays that way. Hopefully there might be a few slowdowns here and there. Maybe a big boss battle will slow it down. But so far it looks really, really good. I'm very excited for this game. The Direct immediately announced the biggest concern for most people, which was the voice acting. It being English voice acting only. No, they're going to have a free DLC pack of the Japanese audio day one of the game. So that's really good for those people. I'm going to probably play it in English. I like Rex's voice. Seems very whimsy. The British voice acting, I like it a lot. It gives it a unique flavor to the game. At least I think it's British voice acting. Correct me if you know down below, GG Nation, GG Legion. Tell me your thoughts and what you guys think of what you've seen so far, and if you guys are excited for this game. But let me go with another thing I was really concerned about was gonna be the story, and if it was going to be a little bit more story-driven like Xenoblade Chronicles 1, and it definitely looks like that. Seems more grounded. Xenoblade Chronicles X it didn't have a bad story. It had a really interesting story. You know, your planet gets taken over, you're escaping Earth, you get shot down to this new-looking Earth alien planet, you take over, you make new LA. But that was very customizable. Where this one seems very much like Xenoblade 1. It is a sequel to that game, but completely different characters, completely different world. Think of it very much like Final Fantasy. You know, Nintendo, I feel like, stumbled on a really nice goldmine here with Monolith Soft. They make some really great JRPGs. It's not completely turn-based. It's not completely turn-based. You can still move around the battle. There is some turn-based elements to it, but not completely. I think this is the fresh breath air that I need for my Nintendo Switch, which is crazy to say because I know everyone in the comments is going to be like, well, you're wearing a Zelda shirt. You love Zelda, don't you? You always talk about Legend of Zelda. I do. But Horizon Zero Dawn, after beating that, like, Legend of Zelda is so similar to that game that I just need something different, even though we're in this world where everybody now is doing open world kind of sandbox games, you know, like a lot of the Sony games are like that. Horizon, Grand Theft Auto's that way. It was like the creator originally of like sandbox open world. Witcher 3, Metal Gear Solid. What else am I missing? You know, the Tales games are kind of open world. You know, the new God of War looks that way. Like all the new, Ghost of Tsushima looks that way. Super Mario Odyssey's that way. Breath of the Wild's that way. You can almost every single game nowadays is an open world sandbox. But Xenoblade still looks very, very grounded. It seems really fun. It's still different. Still very different from Legend of Zelda. By the way, Breath of the Wild has free DLC. If you just turn on your Switch and you have the game, Just download the update to Breath of the Wild. You're going to be able to get Rex's costume. You got to go find it, though. So I suggest opening up the whole map if you guys already have it. Most people probably already beat that game. I'm very early on Breath of the Wild. Like I said, I need something different right now to make me play, make me use my Switch, which could be Super Mario Odyssey. I know I need to pick that up, but there's too many games right now. Like, this is amazing year, another amazing year of games. We say it every year. It just every year gets better at gaming, but this year was fantastic, especially for Sony and Nintendo. So many great new exclusives that became huge hits this year, for both companies. So it's really amazing. I expect Microsoft to take that direction next year. I thought it was going to be this year with Scalebound and Crackdown 3 and a few others, but that game, Scalebound, got canceled. Crackdown 3 got pushed back next year, so they really had nothing for the Xbox One X launch. Tell me if you guys are enjoying your Xbox One X and if you're really feeling that power. But off topic, let's get back to Xenoblade Chronicles 2. What else they announced in the Direct, which is what Nintendo has really changed their tune on, is the expansion pass. They really started it with Breath of the Wild, but they've done it with other games like Hyrule Warriors and Fire Emblem Fates. They had an expansion pass for both those games, but it really, really changed their tune on it with DLC with Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. That started, I think every game after that has it. Like, I think Splatoon 2 has it. I think Fire Emblem Warriors has it. I don't know if ARMS has it. Let me know below if they do. If ARMS has it. Super Mario Odyssey, like everything that has come out. Now Xenoblade Chronicles 2 will have it, which comes with... the first one seems very vague and lame, which is helpful items for your adventure, which could be anything. Could be potions, stuff like that. New quest for the main game, that's in January. New rare blade, which is spring 2018, which I'll explain what that is in a second. You get a new challenge mode in the summer 2018, and then autumn of next year you get more brand new story content, which I know a lot of you are, skeptical on, like, oh, why is there expansion pass announced right away? This is the game not finished. The game looks complete to me. Time will tell, though, story-wise. Let me give you a vague description about it. Basically, Rex and Pyra meet each other. Rex is a driver in this world, which is the characters you play in this world. He actually works as a mid-air scuba diver. And in this world, they live on backs of titans, which are giant creatures, but they have their own, you live on their back. They have this own ecosystem, cities, world, they're a giant world in themselves. So you're almost like a parasite in a lot of ways to really describe. You're living on this giant creature's back. But he discovers Pyra, which is a blade, and that's what expansion pass is going to come with, one new one, which seems a little redundant, only giving you one new blade, and they better look really cool. His blades are living beings in this world that you team up with to battle with. The game's going to start you off very basic, couple drivers, couple blades to work at it, but eventually you'll have 3 blades for each driver. I think there's 4 drivers in the game, maybe 5. Not 100% sure yet. I can only tell you from the gameplay footage I've seen and stuff like that. So Rex will eventually be able to get all these blades. There's 3 different types of blades. There's healers, tanks, and fighters, I believe. So you're going to have your generic blades that won't be able to learn a lot, and then you're going to have special rare blades like Pyra. Don't go on the Japanese Twitter if you don't want to be spoiled. A lot of waifu material for these blades. I already looked at it. Too many, I think, of the rare blades. I don't want to look at any more. I don't want to be spoiled from this game anymore. I just want to play it and enjoy it. So a season pass, I think it's $30 here. Don't know if I can tell you if it's worth it or not yet. It's too vague a little bit, in my opinion. The biggest thing I'm really kind of a little shocked about, and I think it's the only thing I can really complain about the game, is that there's no amiibos. Like, Nintendo, for every single one of their IPs, they've done amiibos, I think, except for ARMS. I don't think there's any ARM amiibos. And Fire Emblem Warriors, I don't think got amiibos right away. I think they got them like a month or two later with Chrom and Tiki, and it wasn't even the new characters of twins. Even Fire Emblem Echoes had Alm and Silica as amiibos. So I think Rex and Pyra not being a dual pack is a big lack of confidence in Nintendo on this game, which I feel like this game is going to actually sell really well. I think a lot of people are going to buy it. The Switch is doing really, really well, selling well. A lot of people are going to pick some. They need some new experiences, so obviously they're going to pick up, Zelda and Mario. But will be a nice JRPG if they're into it. A lot of people think it's too anime, but is that really a bad thing? Anime's great. Enjoy it. Definitely very excited, but it just seems like a big missed opportunity to have, Rex and Pyra not as amiibos, and then maybe having a separate amiibo for Mithra, which is Pyra's other form that we kind of know about, and it's blonde. Blondes have more fun, right? As I always say in the channel. So blondes and redheads, people are going to be really happy with the waifu material in this game for sure. I'm a little concerned about censorship. Because they heavily censored Tokyo Mirage Sessions and Xenoblade Chronicles X, which I have right here. But it looks like they didn't in this game, and no one's talked about it. It's been very quiet. So if you know for sure if this game has got censored, let me know in the bottom. I'm still going to pick it up anyway. Very excited to play it. Going to stream it maybe and record a lot of gameplay vids. I know Nintendo's a little iffy on that, but I want to at least give it a shot. Show you guys this game. I think this is a great opportunity to sell this game. And I think it's going to sell well. I think it's going to be rated well. I think it's going to be, my prediction is going to be 8.5, 8.6. The highest I think it can go is a 9. And the lowest I think it will go is 8. I could be wrong. I'd be shocked if it gets like a 9.5 or something. Not saying it doesn't deserve that. Just early on impressions, this seems like an 8.5, 8.6 to a 9. Probably definitely deserves a 9 for people that have played it more. I don't know yet. I can only tell you from the 50 minutes of footage I've watched of it. So I hope that kind of gave you a little bit of rundown, my thoughts about it. Are you excited for Xenoblade Chronicles 2? Are you excited to play this game? Are you like, what the hell are you talking about? But stay tuned to the channel. I'm gonna have the special edition unboxing, and the first week of December. It's only a couple weeks away. Gonna have some gameplay footage of it. Very excited, ready to use this again. Ready to dive in. And play that. Obviously, I need to get Super Mario Odyssey and a few others. What are your key factors here? Is it a big missed opportunity in Nintendo for no amiibos on here? And censorship. Do you like the voice acting? Do the character models look good? Does the story look open and vast? It really does. It looks very awesome, but grounded at the same time. I know a lot of people are bummed out with customization and some of the collecting in the game, but they're still collecting in it. They don't have the Collectopedia anymore, which is kind of a little sad. Like, they should have that in there, but I understand. It looks like the game runs smooth. So tell me your thoughts below. Leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe. Let me know how you feel about Xenoblade Chronicles 2, and if you guys are really excited, because I am. I think this game's going to do fantastic. I think it's going to sell really well for Nintendo, and I think it's going to be a big breath of fresh air for, no pun intended, for Breath of the Wild, since I'm wearing a Zelda shirt. For the Switch, I think it's going to be something. It's going to be a fun JRPG experience, and if I was Nintendo, I would not let Monolith Soft go. I would definitely keep them. The Xenoblade Chronicles. Xenoblade Chronicles seems like it would be a huge hit here. A spin-off of Xenogears, which was a huge hit in the 90s or early 2000s, back in PlayStation 1. So stay tuned. A lot of stuff coming up to the channel. We got Stranger Things Season 2 spoiler cast tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. And I'm just really excited. Tell me what you think below. Like, comment, and subscribe. Comment and subscribe again. Your fella, Straussman the GG, right here. He's outie.